Hey YouTube. Well, headline here says it all, doesn't it? But scientists conducting a mind-bending experiment at the Large Hadron Collider next week hope to connect with parallel universe outside our own. Well, that is that fourth dimension that they're talking about, and that is that contacting of the fallen angels, and to get the last pieces together regarding opening the gate and let them in. The staggering complex at LHC atom smasher at the CERN Center in Geneva, Switzerland will be fired up on its highest energy level ever in a bid to detect or even create miniature black holes. If successful, a completely new universe will be revealed, rewriting not only the physics books but also the philosophy books too. It is even possible that gravity from our own universe may leak into this parallel universe, scientists at LHC say. The experiment is sure to inflame alarmist critics at the LHC. Yeah, I'm alarmed. Many of whom initially warned of the high-energy particle collider would spell the end of our universe with the creation of a black hole of its own. But so far Geneva remains intact and comfortably outside the event horizon. But there will be an event horizon. Count on it. Indeed, the LHC, CERN, has been spectacularly successful. First, scientists proved the existence of the elusive Higgs boson, the God particle, a key building block of the universe, and is seemingly well on its way to nailing dark matter. A previously undetectable theoretical possibility is that now thought to make up the majority of matter in the universe. But next week's experiment is considered to be a game changer. Mir Faisal, one of the three-strong team of physicists behind the experiment, said just as many parallel sheets of paper, which are two-dimensional objects, breadth and length, can exist in a third dimension, height. Parallel universes can also exist in higher dimensions. We predict that gravity can leak into extra dimension, and if it does, then miniature black holes can be produced at the LHC. Normally, when people think of the multiverse, they think of one of many worlds' interpretation of quantum mechanics, where every possibility is actualized. This cannot be tested, and so the philosophy and not science. This is not what we mean by parallel universe. What we mean is a real universe in an extra dimension. There's more. As gravity can flow out of our universe into extra dimensions, such as a model can be tested by detection of mini black holes at the LHC. We have calculated the energy in which we expect to detect these mini black holes in gravity rainbow, a new scientific theory. If we do detect mini black holes at this energy, then we will know that both gravity's rainbow and extra dimensions are correct. When the LHC is fired up to the energies measured in tera-electron volt, a TeV is 1 billion or 1 trillion electron volts. So far, the LHC is fired up the energy measured to tera-electron volt. So far, the LHC has searched for mini black holes at energy levels below 5.3 TeV, but last study showed that this is too low. Instead, the model predicts that black holes may form an energy level of at least 9.5 TeV in 6 dimensions and 11.9 in 10 dimensions. What you need to understand here, that is, if you look at this picture here, this is just a graphic where they're smashing together. For each strand you see here, which will be billions of strands when they actually collide, but they can't draw a billion strands on here and then it will take up the entire picture and it will just look orange. But just as an example, every single little strand here you see on this picture, you have to multiply the amount of these strands you see here, with that TeV, the tera electron volt, that they are using of energy. So let's just say there is 2 billion strands coming out of this collision, and they have it up at 10. Then you can calculate the rest. You say 10 times 20 billion or trillion. That's the amount of energy you calculate together have in one single spot. And that is being done here on planet Earth. And as it says up in right corner, this is Ephesians 6:12, this is Revelation 9:11. They're going to break the veil, they're going to let in the fallen angels. And subsequently, just before the Pope's arrival here in the United States this year, Madonna had this concert in Madison Square Garden, where also Pope Francis had his Mass. A concert called The Desecration of the Bride. The bride is the church, and the coming of the fallen angels. So we know we're already there, that they are expecting them to arrive. But so far they can't get in, because there's a veil that is protecting us against them. But mankind, meaning those that call themselves leaders of this world, have already made a little pact, treaty, with those on the other side, that if they let them in, they will be given power and immortality. And they have bought into this lie, and now they are working feverishly in the world's largest machine ever built in man's history, in the entire existence of mankind on planet Earth, to let these fallen angels in. When they arrive, I can assure you people, there will be absolutely nothing you can do except turn to Yeshua, Christ, Messiah. You cannot kill them. The demons that is coming out of the smoke like a furnace in 9/11, you cannot kill them. They will be all over the world, and they will be tormenting us, all of us. Even the Christians will be tested. No one walks free here. And they are out to kill and devour. That's just what they are. They have a short time, they know it. And they are angry. Full of fury. And they're going to do and see to that as much harm is done to humanity. Also nature. So it will not be us who is actually an enemy against nature. It is actually those elected leaders that is the danger to nature. Because they are the ones that is allowing all these big factories to do all this pollution and let out all this CO2 that they're talking so much about is the culprit of global warming. No, it is not. Right now the sun is on a cooling, and we have something else going on. That is, something is coming in from outer space. Something which is a reoccurring thing. Something that is going to remind us of our Lord. And we shall suffer infliction such as the world has never seen before and shall never do again. This time we shall burn because of this incoming object. We all know what that is. It's real. And it's mentioned 6 times in the Bible that this thing is coming in. Just, it's a little reminder. But you can choose to believe whatever you want. One thing is for sure. Those who are around, when they break through and create a rift in this veil, you shall have your day being tested. It's going to be nothing short than a living nightmare. And it's not fear-mongering. It is not to freak you out. It is, and hopefully, that you will turn to Yeshua and thereby be saved. Because these are here to drag you with them into hell. And they will give you all kinds of temptations. And many shall fall for that lie. And according to the Pope, when they arrive, this will be our benevolent ancestors who is coming back to save us from our own demise, such as destroying the planet with CO2 and global warming and all that other crap that they are putting in our heads. We should get rid of governments once and for all and never re-establish a government, because they are just human and they will abuse that power that they've been given, because you as humanity have taken off your own responsibility and let that responsibility be in the hands of a few people. And what was it Yeshua said? Trust no man, see to that you're not deceived. And what are the politicians doing, and what have they been doing through the eons? Deceiving us, lying to us, and done exactly what they feel like in order to empower themselves and not you. It is time that you, as an individual, take the responsibility upon your shoulders and make sure that this world is running as it's supposed to do, in the guidelines of the commandments that our Lord gave us. That's bottom line. God bless you. Detect or even create miniature black holes. If successful, a completely new universe will be revealed, rewriting not only the physics books but also the philosophy books too. It is even possible that gravity from our own universe may leak into this parallel universe. Hey YouTube, well, headline here says it all, doesn't it? But scientists conducting a mind-bending experiment at the Large Hadron Collider next week hope to connect with parallel universe outside our own. Well, that is that fourth dimension that they're talking about, and that is scientists at LHC say. The experiment is sure to inflame alarmist critics at the LHC. Yeah, I'm alarmed. Many of whom initially warned of the high-energy particle collider would spell the end of our universe with the creation of a black hole of its own. But so far Geneva remains intact and comfortably outside the event horizon. But there will be an event horizon. Count on it. Indeed, the LHC, CERN, has been spectacularly successful. First, scientists proved the existence of the elusive Higgs boson, the God particle, a key building block of the universe, and is seemingly well on its way contacting of the fallen angels, and to get the last pieces together regarding opening the gate and let them in. The staggering complex at LHC atom smasher at the CERN Center in Geneva, Switzerland, will be fired up on its highest energy level ever in a bid to